Everybody, this is Beth McCullough and I blog at stampingmom.com. I'm an independent demonstrator in the United States and I am usually here with my husband Steve, but today we have a special guest. My very, very dear friend Jean Hickson is here and she made this lovely happy birthday chick card. It's got some special things she did with it that you won't see on a regular happy birthday chick card, and even magnets. And she is going to show you all about it in just a minute. Before we get started, I wanted to show you this card that came. This is from Wendy. She's on my team, and I just love it. I don't know if you can see the sparkly seashells, but I think she did a wink of Stella. Friends are like seashells. You collect them along the way. Such a sweet card, and I appreciate that, Wendy. Okay, Jean. Jean and I have been friends for how long?
Long time.
30?
Yeah,
30 years.
Yeah, something
longer.
Like that.
We used to work together.
Yes.
I convinced her to move near me. Her and her husband live a mile away, so we could walk with each other.
That's right.
And how many years ago did we do our marathon?
Oh, gosh. I don't know.
10 or more?
Probably, yeah. And now you traded me for your husband. Your husband goes on your walks with you.
Well, and your husband goes for your walks.
That's true.
The advantage is we have more stamping time together that way, right?
Very, very true. Very, very true.
So this card, because of the details of it, it was hard. I said, Jean, she works all day at Principal and has a very busy schedule, but this is her lunch break. So she came over to show you. She'll make it look easy, but there's some detail to it.
There is. There's a few pieces to the puzzle that we're cutting out here. So I can show you what I've done, and we can go through it.
That sounds awesome. I'll put this off to the side. And I am going to be on Facebook looking at your comments. So tell me where you live, and if you have any questions about what she's doing, and what it's like outside. It's actually cold here.
It's cold, but it's
cold and sunshiny. Yeah,
the sun just makes everything better.
It does.
It does. So we're going to start out just with cutting out all our pieces. And so what I've got here is I've got the base. That's out of cinnamon cider.
She works all day at Principal and has
Sorry. How do I keep the volume?
out all our pieces. And so what I've got here is I've got
Okay. So I've got this out of cinnamon cider, and I cut it at 5.5 by 7.5. So 5.5 wide, 7.5 long. And I scored at 1.5 and 5 3/4. And you'll notice that it's not exactly in half. The top half is a little bigger than the bottom half, and that's so that my barn fits on my top half. So that's your base. Then we're going to cut some inside layers. We've got Daffodil Delight at 5 3/4 by 4 1/8. That is going to go right inside. And I did do these at 1/8 rather than the 1/4 of an inch. Beth and I usually do all of our layers at 1/4, but we decided on this one to do it at 1/8 of an inch. And then I cut a piece of the white for the white layer, and that's at 4 and 5 1/4. And so that will fit on here just like that. Now we're going to cut some of our outside layers, and so we're going to use here. So again, we cut Daffodil Delight, and we cut one piece at 1 5/8 and 5 3/8, and that will go on this top flap. And another piece at 1 3/8 and 5 3/8, which will go on the bottom. So far, so good.
Looks great.
Then we needed grass because, every farm has grass. So I cut Granny Apple Green.
I have a question. You grew up on a farm. Did your grass look this perfect?
No, it really didn't. But, it was the thought that counted, right?
So we're making the ideal farm today.
Exactly. So we cut Granny Apple Green, and we cut Granny Apple Green at 1 1/4 by 5 1/4, which will be on the bottom. And I did emboss these with the subtle embossing folder to make it look like there was a little bit of grass. Now, the only trick to that is that you'll want to make sure that you put your pieces in this way rather than this way, because otherwise your grass is really long instead of short little pieces of grass. So
that's a very good tip. And did you know this subtle embossing folder is retiring? So that's while supplies last. That will be going away.
That's really sad.
We're keeping it, aren't we?
We are keeping it. That's really sad because that was one of our favorites. So again, the the 1 1/4 by 5 1/4 goes on the bottom. And then we've got this little piece here that we're going to use on the top for the green grass that goes underneath the fence. And again, that layer is a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. Then we've got a pool party, and we cut a piece 1 inch by 5 1/4, and that's going to be our blue sky. So now I've prepped a few of these pieces so that we wouldn't have to take quite so long gluing everything together. So I did my layers on the inside of the daffodil and the white, and I've put my green grass on the daffodil for the bottom, and I've also done the blue and the green grass here. So we're just going to take some glue at this point and glue these pieces on here. So just like that. And then we're going to take the bottom.
So Jean, I heard another thing on your daughter-in-law's podcast about the puppy. Do you want to tell us about your grand puppy?
Oh, yes. My son and daughter-in-law are very, very proud puppy parents. We get Snapchats daily
of the
puppy and how the puppy is acting and where the puppy is going and all of the above. So they are very, very proud puppy parents.
And what's expected of you as the proud puppy grandma?
I think what's expected is that we will be housing the puppy when they come for visits.
Okay.
And that the puppy will be allowed in the house. And the puppy's not going to be a small puppy either. The puppy is going to be about 60 pounds.
And what kind is
It's an
he?
He. His name is Oli, and he is a Aussie Doodle. So, but he is rather cute. I have to give him that. I totally can say that he is a very, very cute puppy.
That's good. Is he potty trained well yet?
We're working on it.
Okay.
We're working on it. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to take and we're going to prep all of our little pieces. So what I used was Hey Birthday Chick, and I used some dies out of Hey Chick, or the Chick dies. So first what we're going to do is we did some stamping. So we used the hen here, as well as we used the little chick for here.
The little baby party chick.
The baby party chick. And we stamped those, and so they turned out and looked something like these, only I colored already. And then I went to work and I used my blends of cinnamon cider and daffodil and magenta madness, and I colored in my chicks so that they would then look something like these and this.
And why do we have two big chicks?
Why do we have two big chicks? That is so that we can house this magnet that's going to be in between them. And then when we shut the card, it magically sticks.
Yay, we like magnets, don't we?
Otherwise, when you don't have that, then this flap goes up and this flap goes up. Now with the magnet, it's literally, it always stays shut. So that's nice.
It is nice.
That is nice. So I colored first, and then I cut out, just in case I made a mistake with my coloring. You know, you don't want to do too much coloring.
Now, do you really have to color both chicks if
You-
one's underneath? Or
you
did
don't.
you just put the better one on top?
I just colored because I like to color. Coloring is kind of my thing that I wind down with.
Yes.
So yes, you wouldn't have to color both chicks because they are going to go on top of each other with the magnet in between them.
Okay.
But yeah.
Very cute.
So we cut out the chicks, or we colored the chicks, and then we cut them out with the dies. So we got that accomplished. Now we need to do some more cutting. We need a bag of grain. So we cut two pieces out. We cut one out of the Daffodil Delight and one out of the Cinnamon Cider. And then what we did was all I did was take a scissors and cut around the dotted line and glued that on top of the bag of grain.
And isn't that cute? So she has a multi-color bag of grain, which would be more like what it is, right?
Right, exactly. So that's how we prepped for the bag of grain. We've got our colored chicks right here. We need to do a barn. So what I did with the barn, again, is I cut out a Daffodil Delight and a Cinnamon Cider. And then what I did was I actually just cut off this roof. And I can show you.
I think you should. You need to decapitate the roof.
I need to decapitate the roof. So basically all I did was come in here and cut off this. Cut this. So you can see that I'm going to end up with a barn that doesn't have roof. And now I can lay these on top of each other. And now I've got a Daffodil Delight roof with, and I also cut out the door. So you can see here that the door is cut out. And that way the Daffodil Delight will show through. And then I just glued back on the steps. So here is a barn that has actually been completed.
How did you think to do that?
Well, I don't know. It just looked so boring to just be all cinnamon cider. So I decided that it needed some color to it.
And it looks like your hen house has straw inside.
It does. So what I did was I took the Daffodil Delight marker and I came in here and I literally just did the lines over top of the roof so that it would have some texture to it. And then my barn had grass or hay or whatever you want to call inside the barn. And so there you go. That is what I did.
Hey, Jean.
To get back to this color. Yes.
If they share the video, can we send them one of these cards? Do you have an extra?
I do have an extra.
Okay. So please share our video so other people can see how to make this Hey Birthday Chick card, and we'll do a drawing and announce next week who gets the card. So please share it.
So then we needed some fence. So we cut out some fence.
Oh, Karen says she doesn't know how to share. Could someone write in the comments how you share? I know there's some people who share a lot. And Karen, it's okay to say that. I'm not sure I know how to share. I just know that you should.
There's a little thing, and it's like a little V, and a sideways V, and I think it has little dots on it, and I think that's how you end up sharing.
Okay.
I cut out some hay, and this particular die is in Hey Chick. The die itself will not actually cut out around. All it does is make the little marks in the paper. All I did was take that and cut around those marks so that it would end up being just that amount rather than a whole sheet of paper. So that's how I made the hay. And then I cut out the happy birthday from this particular one here. So now I've got pretty much, I think, all of my pieces cut. So now we need to start assembling. So we're going to take this and I'm going to pull out some fence here and the barn, and we're just going to, so Beth and I really like dimensionals.
We do. You know, almost every week as I'm putting dimensionals on, I'm saying, I need to put dimensionals on because Jean says everything looks better with dimension.
It does. It does. So, sorry, I keep going away from under the camera. I am not as good as at this as
You
Beth.
are amazing. Will you guys tell Jean this is her first Facebook Live showing how to make a card ever, right?
Yes, I don't think I have.
You're amazing, my dear.
So there we go. We've got our barn on. Now we're going to put our fence on. I don't know how long I'm supposed to be able to take with this either. So
you know something? They're still here and writing nice things. Phyllis just said she loves it. I'll see if there's any questions for you on here. I was trying to answer. Bridget said it's cold, or it's 72 in North Carolina.
All right. 70,
Adorable and fun card.
72 sounds awesome.
It does.
So now we're going to take, we didn't have quite enough with one fence, but that's okay, because we will just layer another fence right on top of it. So we're going to cut that off. We're going to use a little bit of Tombow glue, and we're going to put that right here. So again, now we've got our fence.
That is awesome. Can
All
you
right.
guys do some hearts for Jean and give her some encouragement?
Oh, so now we need to put our hay on. So again, dimensionals, because everything's better with dimensionals.
Did you talk about the chicken scratch dirt already?
I did a little bit, and I told them that the die cut doesn't necessarily cut this out exactly this way. It just makes the marks.
Oh, so you fussy cut around it.
I fussy cut around it. Yes, you know me and fussy cutting. That is kind of my thing. And you can put that wherever you would like. I just like my little chick to be able to stick above. So here we've got a little chick. So I actually cut out two of those because one of them is under here.
It's hiding inside.
It's hiding inside.
It's a surprise chick.
It's a surprise chick. So we needed to cut out two of those. And again, I just put a little dimensional on it so that it would be happy.
It looks very happy, Jean.
Yeah.
Looks like he's dancing.
He is dancing. He's dancing in the hay. Then I think what we did was we did our magnet underneath between the two chicks. So we've got those.
Here's what the magnets look like. We just bought some 5mm magnets off of Amazon.
And so we're only going to put glue dots, or we're only going to put our dimensionals on the bottom of the chick because we don't want him to stick to the inside. But I am going to use 3 here because the magnet is pretty strong.
It is strong.
And I don't want my chicks to come apart. So now I'm going to put...
So you're making sure the head is above this layer so
Right.
it'll hold it down, right?
Yeah. So you can see my dimensionals don't show, but yet I have enough so that it's laying down. So now we have one more thing. We need to put our other little chick on. Or I guess we have a couple more things. But really, what we're going to do is we're going to put a glue dot on the back of this. And our glue dots are right here. So we're going to take...
So the first magnet between the chicks is kind of on her chest right here.
Yep. So now we're going to take and we're going to put a little glue dot.
I think you need to go up a little bit
Oh,
more.
there we go. Sorry about that, everyone.
It's okay.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to just lay him on there because he's just going to stick automatically with a magnet.
Yeah.
And we're going to push him down. And because he has a glue dot on the back.
Oh, Marcelin's saying go to the right a little bit too.
Oh, there we go.
How's that?
Is that...
That's good.
Does that work? So
Yeah.
now my card shuts automatically. Yay!
That is awesome.
We have to put in our happy birthday and our enamel dots, and
Oh,
then
you're getting hearts and thumbs up.
yay! So again, I'm just using a little Tom here, or Tombow glue, and I'm going to put my happy birthday on my card. And I want to make sure it shows, so I'm going to close my card so that it can truly, I can put it exactly where I would like it. And there we go.
Wow, that is awesome.
Going to add a few enamel glue dots. Maybe one down here. Maybe we need a yellow one inside because there we go. Maybe another pink one. There we go. What did I forget, Beth?
Awesome. I don't think you forgot anything. Let's put the two cards up here. Aren't those just so cute? Who loves Jean's card? Maybe we can put them this way to make sure they got on there. Oh, Wendy's watching. Wendy, I showed your seashell card earlier, so you'll have to go back and watch the whole thing. It says, oh, here. We'll bring it up to the camera. Isn't that darling? And you are a natural, my dear. I think, you know, I know you don't want to come every week because you're busy working, but if Steve's out of town or you have another awesome card that I say, yes, come show that. You'll come back. Who wants Jean to come back?
I will come back, but it probably won't be every week. But
Okay. Well, that's
we'll,
okay. Steve
we'll
would,
do a
Steve
special
would be
occasion.
jealous if you were here every week.
There
he
you
would
go.
Feel replaced.
There
so.
you go.
Marcelin says, awesome, Jean Hickson. I love it. And Tony says, awesome card.
Yeah.
You got lots of compliments.
Well, it was fun.
It was fun.
It was kind of my fun card. It was not one that I really anticipated doing a whole bunch of times, but you know, it works.
And don't ask me for the written tutorial of this card. You have to watch the whole video because we're not writing all that out. But,
No.
But thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll be back next Wednesday at noon, and Steve will be here, I believe.
I believe
But
you will.
we would love to have Jean back anytime she's available.
All right.
So everybody have a great day.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.